getting ready to cook supper tonight. There's just two of us, and one of our go-to weekend recipes that we like is baby back ribs and baked potatoes. So I know to get a good baby back rib, it takes a while to smoke it low and slow, but this is a recipe that we can have tender, falling off the bone, baby back ribs. It's tried and true within an hour and 15 minutes to your plate. First, we want to get our baked potatoes ready. So we just take a large baked potato, rub it, wash it, and cut the bad spots off. Rub it down with vegetable shortening, and then season with kosher salt, garlic salt, and parsley flakes. Then we want to wrap that up in aluminum foil. So we like to cook our baked potatoes in a Dutch oven with charcoal. You can see my little helper right back here, and our goats coming this way. This is Maggie. She's our livestock guardian dog. We have goats. But let me show you our Dutch oven. This is our Dutch oven, and we take a charcoal chimney, fill it with charcoal, heat that up till your charcoal gets done. And then you want to put your charcoal underneath, and then you have your lid. You put your potatoes in there. You have your lid. You put your lid on, and then you put charcoal on the top of your Dutch oven also. You also want to heat a second charcoal chimney up filled up with charcoal for your ribs. We buy our ribs in bulk, and we usually take, because there's just two of us, and we cut our slab of baby back ribs in half and vacuum seal them and freeze them. So you want to take your ribs and unthaw them, and then fill your pot with water and bring it to a boil for about 10 minutes, maybe a little less. Get those boiling. After they've boiled, after your ribs have boiled, you want to take and get some aluminum foil, spray that real good so your ribs does not stick. Take your ribs out of the water, put it on your aluminum foil. And we're just cooking for two, so we don't have but just one small rack of ribs. But you season that. Usually I just do salt, pepper, maybe some seasonal, because the secret recipe is in your barbecue sauce. Our charcoal is ready now, and we are just spreading our charcoal out, getting it ready. We place our Dutch oven on top. We have also placed charcoal on top of the lid of our Dutch oven. Eric has a little handle that he picks that up. He puts the lid on, and we heat that up. So we're going to heat the pot up first before we place the potatoes in it. So with that shortening that we had earlier, we take about a spoonful of the shortening and rub it around our Dutch oven. We took the charcoal that was in the charcoal chimney, and we took about half of the charcoal and put on the bottom of the Dutch oven, and then about the other half on top. It's about 15 bricks or so of charcoal on bottom and then on top. So once you get the shortening in there and let it melt, Eric is just trying to center the hot over the charcoal. Okay, now we're placing the potatoes into the Dutch oven. Place your lid on top, and then we set a timer for 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes, we take the potatoes and flip them to the other side and cook for an additional 30 minutes. Can I just say how cute my goats are? They're playing. Okay, I know I told you that the secret was in the sauce, and this is my recipe. I was kind of debating whether to show or not, but I am not sponsored by Johnny Fleeman's, but this is Johnny Fleeman's gourmet steak sauce and seasoning. He has some local restaurants, and we absolutely love his steak sauce. You can use it as marinade or in other things. And also he has a honey mustard, and it's the bomb. But what I do is we like a sweet heat to our barbecue sauce. So I take some brown sugar, and it just depends on how many ribs we're cooking. We're just cooking a half a rack, so we don't need a whole bunch, maybe about that much. And then we take Sweet Baby Ray's. I love just the regular barbecue sauce. I like the honey barbecue sauce, but because we're adding the brown sugar, I just use the regular. So I usually just squirt the barbecue sauce over the top of the brown sugar, about like that. I take some of the Johnny Fleeman sauce and shake it up. I don't have measurements, I just do what I think. So I pour just a little bit of that. And then the heat part is the red pepper flakes. So I put a good amount of red pepper flakes in there. You can see there's that. And then I just take the whisk and whisk that up until it's kind of a thick consistency. And then that way, when you're cooking your ribs on the grill, you can baste those. So it's going to look about like that consistency right there. So we have our potatoes cooking. We have our timer set for 30 minutes, and we're starting our charcoal for our ribs. We now have our grill hot. We're adding some hickory chips to our charcoal, and we will let those ribs smoke and foil for about 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, we have unwrapped them and basted them. So now we're just going to sear them, and we got a little garlic butter shrimp going. After we cooked it for about 40 minutes and we unwrapped it and basted it, we cooked it about 5 minutes each side. Just look at those ribs. Garlic butter shrimp, that potato, those seasonings on the outside, side salad. And to top it all off, we eat our ribs dipped in homemade ranch dressing. Video is coming soon. They're so tender. So, y'all try the recipe. Let me know what you think. It's wonderful.